What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of The Shy, Season 6, Episode 9. This is the mid-season premiere. Season 6, Episode 9. If you have not seen it, turn this video off, go watch it, come back and watch this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, help build my algorithm, my engagement, all that good stuff. Help me get to 200 subscribers, which isn't even enough subscribers that I actually need, but I'm just trying to get to a certain peak at a time. So help by hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button. It's free. It's anonymous. Why haven't you done it yet? Hit the notification bell so when I post, you won't miss it. It'll pop up in your notifications. And yeah, anything I say, my opinion, it does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And I'm not a public speaker. As you can see, I will fumble my words. You're going to hear so like, I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I'll be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show. And I would like you all to comment below. That rhymes? Yeah. Comment below what you thought of this mid-season premiere, what you would grade it. If I forget anything or if I'm off on anything in this review, let me know in the comments, because I do be forgetting stuff or I be missing stuff. I like to do grades before and after reviews because sometimes I be forgetting stuff and I be like, oh, okay, I'm going to give it a higher grade at the end. But for right now, I'm going to grade this mid-season premiere of The Shy, Season 6, Episode 9. I'm going to grade it I'm going to give it an A-. It was good for me. I liked it. It picked right back up from where we left off on the mid-season finale. Everybody's still like shit's still in moving, like shit's still in motion. And I like how shit was still in motion in this premiere episode. Would I say it was the perfect best episode? No, that's why I say A-. So yeah, I feel like this episode was good though. But this is the last chance. If you have not seen The Shy, Season 6. I'm trying to grab my water, I'm sorry. Season 6, Episode 9. Then turn this off because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Okay. All right, let me swallow my J now that I won't be talking so quickly and rapidly. Okay, so the mid-season premiere begins with Vic. He's at Duda's. Is this Duda's club or is it the girl that he fucking, the one that played on Girlfriends? I think her name on here was Bianca. Yeah, Bianca. She got the cigar lounge. Like later on in the episode, she's telling Tiff she got a cigar lounge. And we see Duda be hanging out there and shit. So I think that's what it is. Or maybe it's one of his other establishments, clubs. I don't know. But Vic is there. He got his gun pointed around. Bakari, of all people, trying to talk some sense into him. I'm like, this nigga, of all people, got the nerve to be trying to talk Vic down. So he telling Vic like, you won't be no better than Duda if you kill Duda. You'll be just like him, basically. And Vic's like, well, killing Duda will make all the problems go away. And Bakari's like, no, it won't. And I'm like, look at this little nigga putting some sense in this nigga Vic head. He said, no, it won't, man. You would think this would be the opposite. Vic telling Bakari this. So Vic, he leave. He like, man, go on, little nigga. He stopped Vic from doing something stupid. I mean, it don't even look like Duda was there. So, of course, Jake took over Kevin's lease. We found out that in the last half part of the season, and he now working at Smokey's to, pay rent and whatnot. And Papa is complaining to him that he keep eating free food and his drawer coming up short. And Jake like, man, Emmett don't give a fuck. Jake just carefree. So this is when Papa, he brings up like you sure that Gemma is only working with Bakari's sister Brittany? So Jake, he like, at least I got a girl, nigga. Papa's like, I don't care. I'm focused on serving the Lord right now. So we kind of getting old Papa back, the one that we fell in love with in the beginning. That used to be so righteous, and we be like, y'all men need to listen to Papa and things like that. And Kevin and Jake, y'all need to be more like Papa. And then Papa started going off the deep end. But now it's kind of like he done reeled back to like earlier how he used to be. So Emmett, he come in looking paranoid as fuck. He telling Jake, oh, you can't get no more free food, nigga. So I'm just like, I know you got a business to run. And I said this in the on this season 8 finale. I mean, on the mid-season finale, the last episode. I said this. I said that after what happened, he should take his family and go into hiding because dude knows your ass and he gonna be coming for you. But I mean, I get you got a business to run, but this nigga just showed up like he ain't just try to kill this nigga. So he telling Jake, you can't get no more free food. And next thing you know, Zay, he starts shooting up Smokies. And luckily, Emmett saw it coming. He told Jake and Papa their duck. I guess it just fucked the other customers. So now Emmett, he's at home. He paranoid still, watching the window. Keisha come down there. You know, she's still upset. She's like, only way you can end this with Duda is if you settle the debt you owe him. You know, I'm just in my head like, bitch, don't you think if he had it, he would have did that? I feel like he tried. He told Duda to give me a number. And also, it's a little too late for that now. Like, they tried to full on kill this nigga. It's too late for that now, Keisha. So she's like, you need to settle the payment you owe him. And Emma's like, how am I supposed to do that, Keisha? How am I supposed to do that? So Keisha's like, I don't know. She's going on. She's like, I just don't want to live in fear. So then Emmett, he get real active. I don't want to hear your funky ass attitude, Keisha. I was like, oh shit, this nigga Emmett is like, fuck everything now. He said, I break my back for this family. And all you do is and I never see you smile. Keisha was like, maybe I'd smile more if I wasn't living in fear. So Emmett's like, is therapy not working for you? Paying all that money for therapy? You know, Duda paying for her therapy sessions. That's crazy as hell. So Keisha's like, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. So Keisha then, I guess she feels a little sympathetic to Emmett. He starts to break down. He sits down. He grabbing his head. And Keisha, she starts to apologize. She's like, I'm so sorry for being so hard on you all the time. And so then Emmett apologizes back. He's like, I'm sorry for even getting us involved in all this mess. So then Keisha tells Emmett, you got to stop trying to be Superman all the time. And she's like, I don't need Superman. I just want a partner. And she's like, but I'm just scared right now. And Emmett's like, yeah, I am too. And they hold each other. It wouldn't be a shy episode if Keisha and Emmett didn't get into it, goddammit. So Duda, he telling Nook, Zay, and Bakari, Emmett gotta die. That nigga got to die. He got to go. So Nook's like, you sure it was even Emmett? So Duda's like, yeah, he called me. And that's why I said that was some dumbass shit for Emmett to do. I said that when that episode was out and I reviewed it. I said, why would you call and ask him and tell him to come along? And he said some other weird shit on the phone. I can't remember what he said, but it was like it sounded like a setup. So Duda's like, yeah, he called me, told me to make sure I come along. Because he was like, don't bring frickin' frack, which I don't remember what he said. I can't remember at the time. That review was so long ago. Yeah, so Duda's like, yeah, he called me, told me come along. So Zay, he tells Duda that he hit Smokies. Cause first Duda was like, did you do what I tell you to do? Did you do what I told you to do to Zay? And Zay's like, yeah, I hit up Smokies. So then Duda's like, he gets mad. He's like, what the fuck? You fucking up business. Now we the chicken spot that done got shot up. It's like, nigga, if you don't give your soldiers specifics, then what did you want him to shoot up? We're gonna be taking the soldier side, but anyway. So dude, he get mad about that. He's like, that hurts our business. So then Bakari's like, man, Papa was in there working. Zay's like, oh, I made sure I didn't hit nobody. Like, basically it was just a warning. So Duda, he has Bakari sit down face to face with him, and he telling Bakari, like, listen, anybody that tries to kill me and fails and fails at it, they got to die. So Nookie asks, like, what about Rob? So they like, I heard he got shot, and Duda's like, all right, well, check the hospitals and finish the job. And Bakari just looking at that Duda like, I hate this nigga. I'm telling you, because I didn't have my predictions last, the half season that they just aired. I mean, the half season that they aired before this season started, episodes 1 through 8. I've been predicting who I think is going to kill Duda. And it's so many people that can do it right now. But I think, personally, I think it's going to be Bakari. But there's so many. You got Vic. You got Bakari. You got Papa, because he could want revenge. Who else? Tracy. You killed her baby father. Who else? It's so many people. So it's just kind of like, you never know who it could be. Emmett. Did I say Emmett? But I think it's going to be Bakari. I think Bakari going to end up catching his second body on Duda ass. So then we get this quick scene. Rob's in the hospital, still unresponsive, and Alicia and Tiff are still there by his side, his mother and Tiff. So then we get the scene with Emmett telling Darnell what him and Rob did, hitting that Duda. And Darnell's like, boy, you so stupid. And so now Emmett, like, he's suggesting he should get some security at Smokey's. And Darnell like, you think that's going to stop Duda from getting to you? I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, he can get to you if you want. Fuck the security. And plus, you just gonna get that innocent security guard killed. Like, come on. Come on, Emmett. You gotta think smarter. Emmett's a smart dude. He gotta think smarter. So, So Darnell, he tells Emmett, like, you just need to convince Duda that you're worth more alive than dead. So Emmett, he make this face like he got an idea. He's like, you know what, I can't hide forever. I'm going to Smokey's. And Darnell's like, well, I'm coming with you, nigga. So then we get this quick scene at a hospital. Nook thinking he got the drop on Rob. He pulls back the hospital curtain. The bed is empty. And then we see Alicia, who is also Rob's mom, Lynn Whitfield. Her and Tiff, they moving Rob to another room, and Tiff is like, why? She's like, why are we leaving the hospital? I mean, why are we moving to another room without the doctor's permission or whatever she said? So Alicia's like, well, that's because whoever shot Rob is probably gonna come back to finish the job. And damn it, was she right on time with it? She's like, so Rob shouldn't be in the same room for so long. I was like, Mama, Alicia is on it, okay? She's like, you might not like it, but we in this together. She tells Tiff, well, you might not like it, but we in this together now. I'm like, girl, you don't want to be in it together with her, but if you took Rob and didn't tell her, she would just be in the hospital lingering, trying to figure out where he disappeared to, and then that would just draw more suspicion on her. And then they would just start following her, for her to lead them to Rob. So, of course, she got to be in on it with you. You don't really want to be in this together now. Okay, Mama Alicia. You don't want her asking all the questions and shit at the hospital, even though she grilling the shit out of Alicia, out of the mother. They made sure they gave us everybody except Dre and Kevin. We ain't get no Dre this episode or Kevin. Might not get no Dre from what we heard with Nina, but I go scene for scene. So let's just get back to we get Jada. So she furious at Smokey's, asking Emmett how deep in this shit is he, basically. He's sweeping up the broken glass from the shooting. So Emmett tells Jada what him and Rob did. He tried to kill Duda. And Jada's like, starts breaking down, getting emotional. So Darnell's telling Jada that Emmett has a plan. So Jada, she started freaking out or whatever. And Emmett, he's like, I'm smart, you know. It's gonna, like, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Basically, trying to reassure her. And then they embrace, and he telling her he's sorry. Yeah, that shit was all cool. That shit was all cool when you was getting that house and the clothes and all that. That shit turned real quick. So then we get to scene Bakari. He's telling Papa that basically Duda was behind the shooting at Smokey's. And Papa, he going off on Bakari. He's like, you know, what if something would have happened to me? I was working that day. He's like, would you have felt guilty about it if I'd have got shot? Then he said something about his podcast. I was like, why you bring that up? So Papa, you know, he back on his religious tip. I mean, he was never off of it, but he fell off a little bit when he started wilding. But he back on it, so he telling Bakari, like, you need to get up out these streets, my guy. Bakari's like, man, I'm trying to change. You know, it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy for him. Look who he working for. So Nook and Zay, they go back to Duda, tell him Rob wasn't in the room that had his name on the chart. His name was on the chart, but he wasn't in the room. So Zay's like, well, let me go to the hospital. So I guess Zay didn't go. Oh, yeah, because he been on Emmett. Because Duda's like, nah, I want you, Zay, to stay. I want you to stay on Emmett, keep eyes on him. He's like, I might have to handle Emmett myself. So Zay's like, well, I thought you were supposed to be laying low. And Duda's like, well, he's like, look like I'm having to step in and make sure shit gets done. He just be talking shit to his little soldiers. So then he tells Nook, take your square-head ass back. Take your square-head ass back to the hospital. He was like, look for Tiff, because you know she gonna for sure be by his side. And I said, see, that's exactly why Alicia took Tiff ass with her. Because he'd have been there looking for Tiff, and she'd have led him right to Rob. And you know she cool. Oh no, that's Keisha. I was about to say she cool with Nook. That's Keisha. So, but nah, Nook be don't Nook be copping from them? I think Nook be copping from them. Copping weed from them. So Nook leaves, and then this is when we get this is when I was like, oh shit. So dude is like, oh, what'd he say? He asked Zay, how are things going with Brittany, Bakari's sister. I was like, oh shit. So he done sent this little girl to come fucking set her brother up. So Zay like, yeah, Bakari seemed to trust her, but you know he ain't let her move in because you know he stayed with Papa. And he ain't trying to like overstep basically. So dude is like, how much did you pay Brittany? And Zay's like $30K. And I'm like, oh shit, so this nigga sold her brother, this bitch sold her brother out for $30K. I wonder if she just playing the game with Gemma too, while she doing this shit to Bakari, or if she really like trying to get involved with Gemma. Cause you sent that bitch 10K out of your 30K. You must really think she gonna do something with you. Not just like sexually, but like probably like music career wise too. So dude telling Zay like, you better make sure that little girl know that 30K gonna have to last her. He like she need to be. He said he was like, oh, I paid her to spy on Bakari and have to be with Gemma all the damn time and make sure she know that. Like less time with Gemma, more spying on Bakari. That's why Bakari can't trust nobody now. Oh, yeah, and when you see his girlfriend, Eve, I forgot her name. Lene? Is it Lene? So Papa, he sets up this meeting between Emmett and Bakari. Bakari, he starts to warn Emmett, like, nigga, you need to be laying low. You got a price tag on your head. I mean, not even a price tag, but he wants your head. So Emmett's like, man, Bakari, I know you hate Duda too. Bakari, like, of course I hate the nigga. Like, I hate the nigga, but you missed your shot. What am I supposed to do? What'd he say? Yeah, he told Emmett now when Duda see you, he don't want to talk. So Emmett's, he like, Bakari, I need your help. And Bakari's like, nah, starts walking off. And Emmett's like, man, he you know, he reminds him, like, I gave your ass free food when you was down bad, basically. Then he tell Bakari, like, you know, he do it to me, he gonna do it to you too. He tells Bakari, you know, we care about you, my brother. So Bakari, he make like this face expression, like basically, all right, what you need. And Emmett asks who in Bakari's, I mean, that's it, who. He asks Bakari who in Duda's crew wants Duda gone too. Who in Duda's crew wants him gone too. Like a fucking nursery rhyme. So then we get to seeing Brittany, she's meeting with Zay, requesting more money. Telling about she can spend money on, you know, the lifestyle, the apartment, the clothes, the Gemma. So Zay like, all right, I talked to Duda. Zay didn't say shit to Brittany what Duda told him to say. Duda told this nigga to tell her, bitch, that 30K need to last you, and you need to be fucking spying on your brother and less fucking with Gemma. This nigga went to Brittany and was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to Duda about that. But in the meantime, keep Bakari close. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't relay the message like Duda wanted you to. I always said Duda is like a bad guy that I like. I hate that I like him. But it's just like, yeah, them soldiers need to tighten the fuck up. I can see why Duda be. I feel bad, but I don't care. Like, I fucks with Duda, but then I don't fuck with Duda sometimes. So, then we get to seeing Bakari. He complaining to Nook like, I ain't trying to do this no more. Nook like, yeah, man, little nigga, you need to keep your head down and work. And Bakari's like, man, I thought you wanted to be your own boss. What you mean? Like, Nook's like, yeah, I used to, but everybody dreams can't come true. So Jake now he's selling this merch out of his apartment now that he done leased out from Kevin. He got people in there shopping and shit. Zay comes by. This nigga randomly gives Jake ass a milli. Hands him a milli, talking about just think of it as an investment. And this nigga Jake accepts it. What? I be like, Jake's so smart. I be like, this nigga is so wise. But then he just takes fucking $1 million from a known gangster. Like, come on. I was like, what are you doing, Jake? This nigga Zay, he in there shopping. He take a couple items to go for the free when you see him get rung up. But the nigga basically just overpaid. I'm just like, Jake, you should know better. You from the street. You one of the most hood kids out of the cast. Before Kevin and Papa, it's always been Jake been the most hoodest one. And it helps that I think the actor that plays Jake, I think he actually from Chicago too. I think I've seen that somewhere. So we get Fatima and Vic. They talking about the night before where he snuck out to go kill Duda. And Vic's like, don't worry, I didn't kill nobody. So Fatima's like, she going off, and I can't be in a relationship with a killer. I'm like, well, you are. This nigga got bodies. So he told her that. He was like, well, I am a killer. And she storms off. Then we get this damn scene I feel like we didn't need. No offense, but we get Deja. She chatting it up with Tracy, telling Tracy about Rashad sleeping with Tierra. I mean, oh yeah, they was. I mean, they got into an argument that day. It was like they was like 90% not broken up, 10% broken up that day that he slept with Tierra. Did they double back? I can't remember if Rashad and Tierra ever doubled back and slept again. I think it was just that one day where they came to Vic's house, and because this was when Tierra was still faking like she was dating Vic. Yeah, that day. And Rashad kept complimenting Tierra. I think it was that one time, but they had just started dating, Rashad and Deja. Did they? I don't know, but Deja, she telling Tracy about Rashad fucking Tierra. And Tracy's like, oh, that's why I'm on my single journey, girl. Yeah, the fuck right. Because if dude called your ass right now, you'd be busting his wide the fuck open. Like, stop playing, Tracy. Stop playing. That bitch get weak in the knees for Duda. But anyway, she's like, oh, you should join me on my single journey. Basically encouraging Deja to join her. So then we get to seeing Gemma, Maisha, Brittany, they in the studio. And I'm like, oh, why did Gemma cut her hair? I don't like the haircut. But it's like, this is where we are now. So Maisha seemed annoyed that Brittany and Gemma are in, she seems annoyed that Brittany's in the studio with them. So Brittany, she want to get on the song, and Maisha seems a little annoyed, but then she hops on the song, and Maisha seems to fuck with it. So then Maisha like, y'all want to go get something to eat? And Gemma and Brittany are both like, oh no, I need to head home. I gotta go. Whatever they said, some excuse. So then Brittany and Gemma, they go out to eat. So first Brittany, she telling Gemma, oh, I feel a way that you that since I gave you that 10K, you haven't been more invested in me than Maisha. So Gemma basically in not so many words, she's like, well, you know, Maisha was my first artist. She the one that got me started. Like, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Maisha. So Brittany like, oh, respect. So then they take a selfie, and Brittany posts the shit, and Maisha sees it and is like, wow. These bitches went out on a date and ditched me. So, Zay, after hours, it looks like, comes to Smokey's. I don't even know why the fuck Emmett let him in. You knew he shot the damn place up. He's like, you came to finish the job. And Zay's like, oh, nah, I could have killed people, but I was being careful. This is like how they just gotta sit around and just take this shit. So Emmett asks Zay, what's your end game? And Zay like, I got big plans, and I ain't afraid to do whatever it takes to get there. So Emmett like, oh, even if it means killing the big man, like the man in charge. So Zay's like, I still got a lot of learning to do. You gotta be tall to be the boss. So Emma's like, well, as long as Duda around, you won't be a boss. And Zay's like, well, who gonna kill Duda? And Emma's like, well, whoever killed Duda gonna be the next Duda. He's like, whoever killed Duda gonna be the next Duda, and I ain't got no desire for that. So he tells Zay, but I know you do. Zay's like, oh, so you missed, and now you trying to get me to do it. So then Emmett tells Zay, I just want you to tell Duda that a big part of his operation would crumble if he killed me. And I'm like, Zay probably like in his head like, yeah, that is true, because Duda just went off on him about shooting up Smokies because that affects business. So Zay probably like, So Zay like, oh, anybody could anybody can run Smokies. And Emma's like, oh nah, not anybody, because y'all need me. He basically like, I'm the clean cut face of the operation. He's like, all y'all niggas street niggas. So then Zay he threatens to kill Emmett. Emma's like, you can't do nothing without Duda's approval, without his say so. And Zoe pulls out the gun, he puts it to Emmett's head. He's like, I'm sure he'll be okay if I make an executive decision. So that's when Emmett asks Zay. I didn't know that this scene was gonna be as big as it was when Zay went to go meet with Rob's mom, Alicia, because now this is like a whole thing. But Emmett, he asks Zay, where was you at when we hit Duda? Where was you at when Duda was hit? So Zay, he gets defensive. He lowers the gun, and he like, it don't matter he said, it don't matter what I say. Duda want you dead. He tells Emmett that. Emmett tells Zay, all right, well, tell him I ain't gonna be too hard to find. And then Smokies. So Emmett and Keisha, they come to Rob and Tiff's place. Oh no, they come to Rob's mom's place. And Emmett trying to see if Rob is awake, and Tiff's like, no. And Keisha's like, well, why isn't he still at the hospital? And Tiff's telling them like, Alicia, Rob's mom, lied to the doctors, told him that she wanted to take him home for religious reasons and shit like that. So Emmett's like, can I go in there and see Rob? So Emmett goes in the room. And Tiff and Keisha, they just talking about what Emmett and Rob did. Like, I can't believe they did it. Like, and missed. Keisha was like, she can't believe they did it. Tiff was like, I can't believe they missed. Real shit. Real nigga shit, Tiff. Tiff always saying some real nigga shit. So Emmett, he comes out the room. He like, oh, Rob mother tripping. So then immediately Alicia comes out there. And she's like, who are these people? And Tiff like, they are our friends. So Alicia like, how do y'all know each other? This scene was so random. She asked them how they knew each other. And Tiff just had to explain the awkwardness of it all. He dated Keisha, then me, then him, then her. We had all these kids. I forgot Emmett even had 2 other baby mothers. We don't even be seeing the other kids. Alicia was like, what the fuck is this? The Black Brady Blunt Bunch? She was like, back in my days, marriage had something. So then Rob, he come wobbling out there on the walker. So Tiff, she run over there she rushes over to him and embrace him. Rob immediately asks Emmett, like, did we get him? And Emmett's like, no. Hell no, nigga. They got your ass. So Alicia and Tiff, they telling Rob, like, go get back in bed or whatnot. Then Alicia, she turns to Emmett and Keisha and is like, you better be lucky my son isn't dead. And Keisha's like, well, that's thanks to Emmett, who rushed him to the hospital as soon as he got shot. And Alicia was just standing there like, well. So Zay, he goes to Duda. He tells Duda he spoke to Emmett. And Duda's like, why the fuck didn't you bring him to me? So Zay's like, well, I was thinking, like, who would be our front of the house nigga if you kill Emmett? He's like, it might not be good for business to take Emmett out. So Duda, he started laughing. He's like, oh, Emmett must have got in your head. He's like, why you trying to convince me to spare Emmett's life? So Zay's like, well, we just need to be smart. Excuse me. Where am I? Where am I? Oh yeah, so Zay tells Duda like we need to be smart and not kill him. So that's when Duda gets up, he starts choking Zay ass up. He's like, you want Emmett set me up? You want Emmett set me up, nigga? You can't blame him for wondering that. Zay wasn't around when it happened, even though he told Zay he was off. I mean, but nigga, you a street nigga, you don't get no day off. So he's like, you trying to set me up, nigga, with Emmett? So Zay like, nah. So dude is like, well, where was you when the shit was going down? So Zay was like, I was in a meeting. Dude was like, with who, nigga? With who? So Zay was like, she said it wouldn't be hard to find. So that's when Duda let him go, start straightening them up and shit. So then the girl Bianca, the one that Duda's also fucking, the one that she played on Girlfriends, but I can't remember what her name was on Girlfriends. Was it Tony? So she shows up at Alicia's place with flowers, and Tiff just lets her in, just because she said that she knew Alicia. She was a friend of Alicia's. Where they do that at, Tiff? You do real nigga shit, and then you do weird shit like that. So Tiff then goes to Alicia and tells her that Bianca's there. And she comes back, and her and Bianca start sharing a J. Or shall I say a blunt. So they start smoking a blunt together, and Bianca's telling Tiff that she liked the weed, because Tiff telling her that she grow this weed. So then Tiff asks Bianca, how do you know Alicia? And Bianca's like, oh, we go way back. She invested in my cigar lounge. So Tiff's like, oh, I know where that Joan at, that low-key Joan. I know some niggas that be in there. So then Bianca, she offers Tiff like product placement, like I'll get you to sell your shit out my lounge to help build up your clientele. So they start exchanging info, and then Alicia comes downstairs and she's like, Tiff, give me the fucking room. So Tiff, she leave out. So Bianca's like, I like her. So Alicia tells Bianca, it's time for you to cash in on that favor that you owe me. She's like, how you getting along with Duda? And she's like, does he trust you? And Bianca's like, yeah, he trusts me. And then, Alicia's like, okay, good to know, good to know. So then we get this scene where I was talking about when Nina brings up Dre. So Nina, she pressing Keisha about the whole Emmett situation and the shooting and everything. And Keisha, she trying to ensure her, like, you know, Emmett got it handled and we good over here. Even though you screaming at Emmett every day and telling him you scared. She's like, we figuring it out. So Keisha's like, she asked her mother, like, you and Dre still having problems? Is she still hanging around her ex? So Nina's like, oh, well, you know, Dre told me that she was still in love with her ex, so I had to let her go. So is this the end of us seeing Dre? Why wouldn't they show that, though? The last we seen, I don't remember. They was getting into it because she was going out to eat and shit with her ex, I guess so. So, you know, Keisha, she starts embracing her mother, telling her everything gonna be okay. And, you know, Nina like, I'm supposed to be doing this to you. I'm the mother, you know. And Keisha's like, you ain't always got to be old and wise. And, you know, mother-daughter moment. Then we get this stepmother-daughter situation moment between Gemma and Tierra. And Gemma's telling Tierra, I kissed a girl and I liked it. Okay, chocolate Katy Perry. So she's like, does that make me a lesbian now? So Tiara's like, oh no, you're just exploring and to see what you like. And some people do it and some people don't because they're afraid of going against the grain and things like that. And Gemma's like, so it's good that I'm exploring? And Tiara's like, well, you know, it's not for everyone. She says, but maybe you should not be exploring too much since you're in a relationship. So Gemma's like, so should I tell Jake? And Tiara's like, oh, that's up to you. And then they have an embrace. We get these little soft moments throughout this episode. Which is probably why I would give it the minus. But I guess we have to have that. So then Jake tells Vic. I'm surprised he told Vic because I didn't think he was going to tell him. But he tells Vic about Zay giving him the money. Of course, Vic isn't happy about it. And, you know, Jake's like, oh, you know, I know how to play the game. I got this. Okay, Jake. Because I'm looking at you sideways. So, you know, the little iconic men's group that they be having on this joint. Vic's like, we have a men's group tonight. You should stop by. Jake, he's like, I'll see. He basically brushes Vic off. Then he randomly start writing some chick online. I hate to say, I kind of didn't think that Jake and Gemma was going to last. Because it's just like, damn, you took your best friend girl. And you think you're going to keep her how you got her? You lose them how you keep them. I mean, you lose them how you get them. Don't they be saying that? So Maisha, she going all venting to Papa about Gemma and Brittany being flaky. She's like, she tired of being patient with Gemma while Gemma being up Brittany's ass at the moment. So Papa, you know, he trying to give her some words of encouragement because, you know, he back on his religious tip. Maisha's like, well, I just want to make enough money to, you know, get myself out the hood, move my mother out and have a better life and have a family, whatever. So Papa's like, that sounds beautiful. And Maisha's like, well, what does success sound like? Look like to you, Papa? So Papa's like, you know, owning my own church. You know, same thing, taking care of my mom. My podcast reaching a bigger platform. A foundation for my father. I was like, I love how these kids got it laid out. They know what they want. And then Papa's like, I do want a family. I just got to find the right first lady. And then him and Maisha look into each other's eyes and they have this moment. And then Maisha phone ding from getting a text from Kevin. And in that quick little, I swear, that quick little sliver of a second, I forgot that Maisha was even with Kevin. Because her and Papa was together. I was like, they was the best couple for me. I liked them together. So they had that moment. For a quick sliver of a second, I forgot she was even with Kevin. So then they snap out of it. Maisha's like, oh, I need to text Kevin. So we at the little men's group. It's just Bakari, Vic, and Emmett. And Bakari, he's sharing with them about his lucid dream that he had in the last episode of Coogie. Saying that Coogie told him this wasn't the life that he wanted for him. So Vic telling Bakari, you know, we care about you. And Bakari's like, yeah, niggas, but y'all can't protect me. Y'all scared to do that. He ain't say that, but, you know. He's like, I want to tell my story, but I don't know how. So Emmett's like, there ain't no roadmap. You just got to do it. Vic's like, it won't be easy, but it's not impossible. So then Emmett, he hops up, man, I need to talk to Duda. So Vic and Bakari like, you know, trying to talk him down. And Emmett's like, man, I ain't scared. And he storms out. So then we get this final scene. The showdown between Emmett and Duda. So Emmett comes into Duda's, whatever the fuck, is it the establishment? I don't know, the cigar lounge? I don't know. Comes in, he's like, I heard you've been looking for me. Heard somebody was looking for me? Yeah. So Duda's like, oh, I hope you got your funeral suit. You got any last words? And Emmett's like, man, what you gonna do without me? And Duda's like, that's the same shit. No, he said, he obviously drunk too. Drunk as hell. He's like, I'm doing the same shit. Fucking bitches getting money. So he like, you could be replaced. So Emma's like, Emma's like, let me find out where Zay was the night that somebody tried to take your life. That somebody tried to take your life. And dude is like, nigga, you tried to take my life. So Emma's like, you think it was just me? So dude was like, I know, he was like, I know Rob got shot. So Emma's like, you got proof of that? And dude is like, not yet. So how you just said you know he got shot, but now you're saying you don't have proof yet of that. And then you had them searching hospitals, not a hospital. So you didn't even know if he actually got shot. Because didn't Nook say he think Rob got shot? I don't know. How the hell they didn't know that was Rob and Emmett? I could have swore they wasn't wearing those shiesties, even though Emmett suggested it. I don't know. I can't remember. Episode 8 was so long ago, but dude was like, I ain't got no proof yet. So then Emmett's like, a lot of motherfuckers want you dead, even people in your own circle. So then dude, he gets up and he goes told y'all I be fumbling my words. He goes to sit down next to Emmett. And he grabs his gun. He's like, give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you right now. And Emmett's like, because I owe you one. Because I'll owe you one. He's like, dude is like, oh, ain't no favor worth letting you live. And like I said, like, dude is the bad guy, but at the same time, I be feeling him. Like, this nigga tried to take his life, so what do you expect him to do? Bad guy or no bad guy? You guys killed or be killed, But, so he's like, ain't no favor in the world worth letting you live. Emma's like, man, my life worth a lot. He's like, and I do whatever it takes to stay alive. So dude, he's like, okay. He gets up. He goes back to his seat. He pulls out a picture of Rob's mom, Alicia. Throws that bitch on the table. He's like, all right, a life for a life. He like, make her disappear and I'll let you live. You notice how he said make her disappear and not kill that bitch and I'll let you live? Even though he did say a life for a life. But it's just like, now it got me thinking, oh, they're going to try to disappear this bitch? Like, but no, I don't think that's going to happen. She seems too gangster for that. It's just about to be a full-on war. Because she already got the alley-oop with the girl from the cigar lounge, from Girlfriends. But that's how the episode ends. So, I mean, he pick up the picture. He looking at Rob's mother. What are you going to do? The episode ends like that. Like I said, this was a bomb-ass mid-season premiere. I still would give it an A-. It was good. Like, everything picked up where it left off. Predictions for episodes to come. Like I just said, I don't think they're going to disappear Alicia. She's too gangster. I feel like it's just about to be a war. Like I just said, she got that connect with the girl from Girlfriends, Bianca. So, but Bianca, I don't know. Is she more loyal to Duda? Or is she more loyal to Alicia? What is she going to do? You don't know, because that bitch seems sneaky, too. She seems sneaky. And I wonder how this situation with her and Tiff going to work out with this business relationship. I wonder if Rob even going to want to fuck with that. He probably going to be like, no, I don't want to fuck with that. Rob is up now, so what's about to happen? Maisha and Papa going to get closer because Kevin's not around. Oh, this is so fucked up. Jake and Gemma, I sad to say I was not, I mean, I ain't going to say I wasn't rooting for them, but I didn't think that was going to last anyway. Who else? Tracy and Deja, man. I just think Vic needs to stay on the straight and narrow. We didn't get no Rashad this episode neither. I just realized that. I hope we don't lose Rashad just because him and Deja broken up, because we still got Tierra in that whole situation. But she seemed happy with Gemma's father, and she building a stronger bond with Gemma, so they actually look like they could be related in real life. I'm rambling now, but those are my little thoughts or what have you's predictions for episodes to come. This is the mid-season premiere, so we got, because they doing 8 episodes. They did 8 episodes. They about to do another 8, so we got 7 more episodes, and they already got renewed for season 7. So we're not about to get no delay on The Shy. Thanks for watching this review. Comment below what you would grade this episode, what you thought of it. If I forgot anything or if I was off on anything, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I don't only review The Shy, I review other shows as well. If you watch Ratchet shit, I just did a review of Baddies Caribbean on Zeus Network. Check that out. I got covers, freestyles, all that good stuff on my channel. Check out my channel. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I can't stress that enough. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post. Again, thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.